Alright,
Alright.
what happened? Mostly tactical conversations and figuring out how fast a horse can go.
Yep, sounds about right.
Anyhow, logistics. Fort Izol up there to the north is a fort under Union control, has a Dawn Guard general installed, and pretty much the ships and the troops that attacked Kriegswager would have come from there. We immediately start wondering about rousing people from the area to go and attack the fort while it's presumably emptied out. But frankly, we've got other things to deal with at the moment.
Also, by the time we rouse people, they'll probably have gone back.
Yeah. We do manage to send a couple of messages via Guntram. Guntram is taking a missive to a town called Forngrind in the woods. Maybe could get some help. Maybe could rouse them to attack the fort. That was kind of put in there. Also, Killian sent his dad a declaration of intent immediately. Then we get to Yura's castle, and Killian's mom isn't home. She's in the capital with dad. However, there are some of his soldiers there, ready to fight for Killian. But first he goes to talk to the oldest landowning farmer, named Leif Krog. He saw Ulf and Arn fight once, and Arn won. So Arn won the throne by right, as far as that goes. Arn might not accept Killian's challenge, and Leif suggests just talking Arn into taking action, but Killian's already sent the letter. So, we'll see. Further information in the area, Forngrind is perhaps the site of one or more Feywild portals. It means Old Gate, and there are strange creatures in the forest. Legend states the Fey have come to aid these people in times of trouble in the past. Further, legend lore backstory is the first king of this old kingdom was brought back from the dead and trained to fight by a Valkyrie. We do not know where Arn trained, where his techniques came from, how he knows how to fight, or really how he fights. But we're kind of, again, the letter is sent. We plan to rest for the night, and eventually the first refugees of Frigsvager began to arrive, but then we hear a horn sound, and there are a large number of troops, Dawn Guard, marching on the castle. At which point it's like, okay, we'd probably better press on towards Vetrider.
There's Richter when you need him with a firestorm.
In a forest? Are you insane? He'd do it.
He is.
Yes. Vera is coming with us, but Verdandi is splitting off and going her own way. Lena talks to her first, and Verdandi tells her of a ritual used only on the strongest to make them whole again. And memories being lost is the equivalent of not being whole in this case. So, we start to travel through the forest in the dark, and we get attacked. Because while I made assumptions about how the Dawn Guard did tactics and how they might deal with the forest, or really wouldn't, apparently not. Apparently they have trained owl bears. So, that was a surprise. And that's about where we are starting off.
It's almost like they had a little bit of time to coordinate and maybe plan.
Trained owl bears is more than a little bit of time.
Yeah, I know. Alrighty, so
Let me just up a cave real quick.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna go with. Where is it? Oh, I haven't added it yet, have I? I have not. All right, we'll just go with this for now. And I'll stick you guys on the map. Ooh, okay. I've changed it slightly, so for those of you that can't see in the dark, you can just basically see in your immediate vicinity.
I cannot.
You cannot.
I have got a field of black, aside from where the owlbears and the Dawn Guard are. I can see my token, but I can't see anything around it.
Interesting.
You can.
Uh,
Yeah, you probably can hear.
this dynamic lighting thing's just not working out so well.
Mhm.
It's certainly dragging its feet.
Display. Display, you mean as in see each other's tokens? Oh,
I don't think we know where each other is exactly right now.
I mean, roughly, roughly you're walking in a straight line. Roughly. See, I really think someone would have put light on by this point.
do I
It's
have
pretty
it
dark
on?
out.
I mean,
Probably.
It's okay. Bastion has light. I will, for the
Oh,
sake
cool.
of this, say he has light on, because that would make sense. All right.
I have fairy fire. If that.
I mean,
While
aim it up-
technically correct.
aim it up that way and it'll work.
That would
there we
explain
go.
why we had a 6 in stealth, though.
Okay. That should be a bit better.
Yep. so
Nemia can see a little bit farther than everyone.
I take it we're heading this way.
Yes, generally.
Yeah, Killian in the lead.
Hmm.
Okay.
Are these guys lit in general, or is it
Yes,
just?
there is. They appear to have lights.
Oh.
When the attack happened, they lit up their light and are preparing to ambush you.
Initiative. It is.
Initiative.
Ooh.
The curse
Wait.
holds true.
That was that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for that advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the horse.
Yep.
I thought I had like something. I saw the name and.
Bastion should not be getting the best initiative out of us. He shouldn't.
Mhm.
Question.
Okay.
What did he get? Oh man.
What the heck?
Okay.
Hey, Eric, can you not?
That's at a. Sorry, that one. Nope, that was a 20. Wow. What
That's
the
a
heck is
one.
that about? They planned this ambush well. Holy cow.
I mean, maybe you could drop one down just so you know you're not doing it back to back. We can give you a break. We're helping you.
God damn it.
Pretty
Okay, there you go.
1.
And who's that?
That's the point
one?
where me as a GM goes, oh, literally all of the monsters are beside each other. I'm just re-rolling. Because,
One of them tripped on his shoelaces.
yes,
Yeah, that's the captain. He just told everyone to go do their thing.
he's drinking his
Oh.
coffee.
Mm-hmm. Evidently.
Oh, Burr is here. She
God.
was way south. There we go. There, Lena, me, Justin, Kelly. Okay.
Ooh, that Bastion says protect the horses.
That's
Smart plan.
yeah, a really smart plan.
Okay, the top of the round. This archer's gonna come walk over towards the edge of the cliff face. So yeah, I guess I should a brief description of the area. You are traveling down a path. There's a few paths that branch out in different directions. You traveling in and amongst the trees, and you come to what appears to be 15 to 20 foot cliff face, and at the top of it are these giant owlbears staring down at you. One of a Dawn Guard archer walks up to the side and readies his bow and shoots an arrow at Killian.
Of course.
Yeah, you're right there.
Given political everything, you're
Nope.
probably wanted more than any of the rest of us.
Yep.
Maybe Bastion's number 2. But Lena and Nemia, we're nobodies. They could just kill us.
Out of curiosity, what armor are these archers wearing?
They're in what appears to be very heavy armor.
Talking full plate.
Yeah, they're basically head to toe armor, so you could probably guess plate.
Right.
That'd be a safe assumption. This guy is a bit far away, so the owlbear to the right takes a dash action. Oops, I want that to snap, please. Thank you. And he's just gonna crash into the ground, about right next to Nemia.
Okay.
But he had to dash to get there, so you're good. The next
No.
one. It's gonna land right in front of Killian.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to make 2 attacks with his. Oh, sorry. 1 attack with its beak and 1 attack with its claws.
All right.
Here we go.
Nope. Yep.
Alrighty. That's a solid 13 as the claws just kind of rake across you as you're trying to position your horse out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
The second archer goes up to the side of the cliff and is going to take a shot at Bastion, which just kind of clangs off the armor to no effect. And Bastion is next. Okay. Ooh.
I don't think the archers were ever on them
No.
elephants as mounts.
They
next
were
to-
not. They were not mounted. They were just kind of with. I guess I need to open up Bastion then, don't I? Okay. Any input, Bastion?
Okay, he's got a sheet.
Okay.
He's just, typey.
Okay. Does that mean you can also see the map, or? Oh, cool. Well, alrighty then. Alrighty, yeah, it's Bastion's turn. Would you have had it prepared already? Guess haven't slept in a while.
No. This is still all the same day.
Yep. It is late. It's a little after nightfall, I would say.
Mhm.
So bless.
Nice.
All right. Bless targeting Chili, Killian, and Lena. Alrighty.
Gonna pretend I didn't see that. No, that's fine.
Okay, bless. Bless.
He's moving.
And bless. All right. Sebastian walks off that direction. You are. Oh, yeah, the horse. Gotcha. You take the horse off the path. Okay.
As a side note, can the horses move like on our initiative, even if we get off them?
That's-
You would not necessarily be in control at that point.
Yeah.
So they could, yes, technically they'll go on your turn if separated.
Okay.
Yes, you are riding the horse. These are riding horses, which I believe have a 60-foot move speed. Yes. Yep. So you can ditch the horse at any time if you want. Okay. Nemia.
Yes.
You got a big old owlbear standing right next to you.
in a pickle. And how smart are owlbears? I mean, they're pretty smart to be trained, at least.
I
Can
mean,
they laugh?
can they? Can always try.
Yes. Let's do so. Let's do Tasha's hideous laughter on this guy and see if he's got a sense of humor. But before doing so, I'll probably do Chili's attack first because I don't want to with laughter.
Okay, so who are you doing this on? The owlbear?
Yeah, but I'll take the turn. I'll turn Chili into the Hellcat. Oh,
Okay.
we got 2 Chilies. That will be useful, but not really.
Go ahead and.
They get different health, which is
Oh, it rolled it. Shoot. I believe
68.
Yeah.
That's the right.
Yeah. Yes.
Let me just change that.
Okay.
That's weird.
You release your spell, and the owlbear seems unaffected.
Well, good enough. Let's go for the lucky throw. No, Constitution. He's probably a beast. Okay, I'm gonna attack him.
Yep.
It's bite, claw.
Okay. The bite does indeed hit. Yes, you do have bless.
D4, or is it? It's a D4, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, that does not hit. Okay, so the bite does hit pretty solidly as it sinks its teeth into the owlbear. For was that 11 damage? 11 damage.
Uh-huh.
All right, took a good
And-
chunk out of him.
Yes. I don't fancy the position I'm in. How far can I get? 60 feet, you said, right?
60 feet.
Provoke an attack, probably.
Yep, yes, you would.
But cover is cover. I'll try it.
Okay. Yeah. So you can move out of the way, and it's gonna reach out and swipe at you. Ooh! A very painful set of claws rake across your back as you escape, but very wounded. Yeah, 17 damage.
You'll hear a serious order of vicious, possible candidates for vicious mockery.
Alright, is that your turn?
Uh-huh.
And a few creative
Alright.
infernal swears.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You vaguely hear the captain shouting some orders, and the archer to the left is going to make another attack.
Unsure if it's intended, Conrad, but you're currently unmuted. We hear you typing.
Yeah, the archer is going to make an attack on Killian again, because that's what he was doing.
All right. Yep.
That's the captain's turn. He's gonna stay back in his little area, safe from attacks. Lena.
All right, I'm gonna move up to the owlbear. Real quick, did Bastion put any +1s on me this morning? I'm trying to look, but I don't remember, and I don't tend to change anything on my sheet.
Armor.
Was it armor?
Just type it in like your character backstory thing.
I think I remember to do that. Do you think that's gonna help this time?
Remind you now.
Yeah, armor. Yeah, but then it's a lot of modifiers to enable, disable. It's just meh.
Yeah.
Anyhow, armor is currently +1, so yay.
That might help you.
Okay, but that means that I am pretty open for weapon type. I'm not gonna be better with one than another. We're gonna go with. Do I need to have one hand on the reins in order to control the horse, or are these horses trained that you can do the thing where you're controlling them with your knees?
They are well-trained horses.
Okay, so I'm not limited. I can do a
Yes.
two-handed longsword or spear.
Yep,
All right.
it'll be awkward, but it can be done, yes.
Okay, I'm going to draw the Dawn Longsword, and as the horse turns to the side, I'm going to try and strike the owlbear.
Alrighty.
18 to hit.
Ooh, that is a solid hit for
Minimal
four,
damage. Only
14
8 slashing.
damage.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Okay. Uh, Lena now has those gloves. They're hefty.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, that was a 1. Oh, Lord. I just realized.
mhm.
Ooh, okay.
11 slashing damage is my minimum now.
Whew.
So yeah, that's probably gonna be it. This owl bear isn't looking anyway like unhealthy, right?
He looks, bloodied.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Because I don't yet have 2 attacks. Oh, 5, you're so far away.
Killian.
Oh boy. So
You're taking a lot of damage there.
yeah, let's fix that. Like to rage?
Mm-hmm.
Because Christ is it miserable to be a barbarian with low initiative. Going to go with fangs
Ah.
because screw this. And I'm gonna bite the owl bear right back. You know what? Cloak up and reckless. I'm mad. Yep, you see that was a
Ooh.
that was a 14 with double.
You've got bless.
Yeah. 15.
Yep, nope, that 15 does indeed hit. So that's 7 damage, and you heal for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you strike out across it, kind of like, basically barely get through some of the fur and feathers, and leave a little mark on it, but it seems not too, not too affected by it.
Yeah, Algren and bear. And if he can, he's going to kind of get off the horse in between the horse and the owl bear.
Yeah, that's fair. You could have gotten off before, it's...
Yeah,
So.
either way.
Yep. Okay.
Should I move the horse back one, or is that going to be an opportunity? Just because I think he's a 2x2.
The horse is technically a 1x2.
Okay, that works.
So yeah, you could have. We'll make it work. That's fine. It is perfectly fine.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Beat my turn.
Okay, this archer is going to, knock another arrow. And this time, seeing Killian pretty occupied, is going to turn to the weird fiery cat thing and let loose an arrow and not hit at all. Sails off into the darkness. There's a little glint as you see it disappear into the distance.
The Dongar look at each other like, we're the good guys, right? Yeah, shoot that thing, you'll feel better.
All right. The owlbear squaring up against Chili is going to make multi-attacks. Beak and claw, strike out.
It's 13, 15. 15 hits, 13 doesn't.
Okay, so that's 14
15 damage. Pretty solid.
reduced to 7. Chili does resist most damage. Okay. Owlbear number 2 is gonna attempt to maul Killian.
Alright.
Did you reckless?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Beak and claws.
Yep.
as you get a solid peck with the beak and it just kind of shreds you on its way up. That is a significant chunk of damage. 15?
That'd be 6 and 9.
Yes,
Yep.
15.
Mhm.
Yep. Second archer is going to take a shot at... Oh yeah, Lena's on the horse still.
Not even
That
close.
sails into the darkness.
Nah.
Alrighty, Bastion. Your friends have taken some damage.
No, he's coming back into the. Oh,
Mm.
what are you doing here?
Oh.
Okay.
Left the horse, that's fine.
It does take half of your speed to dismount,
That is technically true.
so you'd have about 15 feet if you dropped the horse right there. Yeah, move the horse first.
Bloop.
Just
There you go.
yeah.
And then you can not be awkwardly in the middle of 4 squares.
You know what? I'm gonna just position mine at the corner here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
I'm still on the horse, but I'm there.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, then the horse, sure, the horse, you would have hopped off it, would have rode back a little ways. Crusader's Mantle. Okay,
Oh.
you all deal additional 1d4 radiant damage. Wait, hold on. Except for anemia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that true? That is true. Okay, yep, I'll allow it. Everyone deals an extra 1d4 damage.
Hey,
When hit with an attack.
good enough.
Yep, no worries.
Technically, the horses don't get an attack while we control them. However, under that, if the horse is considered an ally, if the horse decided to lash out with the hooves, would the hooves deal radiant damage? Are there fiery hooves?
Technically, yes.
Hooves of
But-
wind fury? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to game this out. I'm just amused.
No,
by
no.
the concept.
They are riding horses, so they probably won't be doing any fighting. If it was a war horse, that'd be another story.
Yeah, understandable. That's the idea.
But technically, yes, I would. Yes, that would happen exactly. Oh, okay. So a 12. A 12 does not hit. You swing the sword, and it kind of just goes wide. Yep. Nemia,
Yes.
you are relatively safe.
I'm
relative.
Yeah, I'm pretty safe. Okay, so let's see. As for distances, I'm pretty much screwed. Okay, but I can still move. I'll begin with Chili because it's the quick one. Let's do. Let's try our luck. Death Gaze on the one next to Chili.
Oh, Death Gaze. Okay.
Please, oh, please, oh, please.
Flip that die.
No!
Oops, that should not have been an advantage, but
No!
that
It was
did
a
indeed
nat.
save. That is nat 20.
Stop critting regardless of advantage.
Man, that's a tough bear. Owl bear. Okay, now I will use my action to use one of the item on the bottom of my inventory, which is a potion of healing. And 6, good enough. And bonus action, inspiration on Killian, because he seems to be having a rough time there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Oh gosh. Is Eric gone? Did we
I
listen?
I was listening. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, Death Gaze failed. Potion of healing for 6 and inspiration to Killian. Alrighty. The captain is once again going to issue a command. The archer to the south is going to knock an arrow and loose it at. Bastion is bright and shiny. Why not?
He's a source of light and 2 buffs.
Wow.
Wee.
These archers are not doing too good. They got the drop on you, but now they can't hit anything. Lena.
Okay. I think that I am simply gonna hit an owlbear again.
Okay. Oh!
With
Wow!
4 from the radiance that Bastion added, so that's 23 damage.
Yeah. Is that lethal damage?
Yes, I'm not
Okay.
sparing these.
Yeah. The radiant just sears through the blade as you strike across it, and you just see it arc across the body of this owlbear, and it slumps to the ground, still kind of searing with radiant light.
I'm gonna look up the slope at that archer, point my sword at him very meaningfully, but then
Mhm.
I'm going to wheel Brody around and actually bring him up next to Killian to give a hand there. First, the archer
Mhm.
was just a, your turn is coming, buddy.
I
Gotcha.
see you.
Yep, and when she gets up there to him, Killian's having a rough time, and I have this still, so he's getting a quick shield of faith on the ride up. I know.
Get
I
this
know.
magic off me. There's too much of it.
You know,
Guy, I feel like a kid going out in winter, just like 7 things wrapped around me, my arms out to the side.
One is gonna get there, immediately look at him and say, "Don't complain. I'm not scraping you off the ground." And that'll be it for her.
okay. Killian, you are oozing magic.
Gross. Ugh. It's like you turned a blender on, you left the cap off. Ugh, all
Uh-huh.
over.
Well, yeah, and you can smell it because you are human, so you just reek.
He's gonna go ahead and do the fangs at the owlbear. Just regular, because I've got like 17 different inspirations going right now.
Okay, yeah, 24. You chomp down into the creature for 14
Plus a d4 from the mantle.
plus a d4.
Oh, good point.
Take that little bit of extra damage.
Fine.
Yep. Heal for 3.
Yep, did so.
Yep. It kind of shrieks a little bit at the from the pain, but it kind of puffs back up angry.
A little bit of white smoke goes off, like one of the slashes across his chest, and just like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna actually, you know what? Because I've got movement. I'm just gonna go like so.
Okay. You
And
maneuver
give a glance
around.
at the other archer.
Yeah, it's gonna see you. He's gonna immediately knock an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
That was your turn, yes.
Yes. Hat.
As this one rings true.
6 and 5.
2d4. Do those 2d4 for, Oh god, no. Sorry, I was thinking of the wrong one. I was thinking it was Killian. God damn it. I got all this.
You thought I got a crit? Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. I forgot. I didn't see Dawn Bow at the top of it.
Alrighty. The owlbear is going to split his attacks. He's going to make a beak at Killian.
Crit me, I want you to crit me.
Did you reckless?
Nope.
Okay.
Just have the Hood up. Nope.
And then when he misses, he kind of slams into the ground, swings around with his claw to strike at Lena. Nope. Just nimbly ducks out of the way. Second archer is going to shoot an arrow at the bright and shiny thing again. 14. I believe that still does not hit.
Fortunately, the bright and shiny thing makes him squint a bit.
Yep. Clang off the shield. Then Bastion, your turn. That is exactly 60 feet. Command.
Ooh.
Okay, so would you technically be able to see him?
I believe that's up to you.
I'll allow it. That's fine. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. Well, he's not. He's just telling his archers to kind of like just shoot. It's like on his turn, he's giving his allies a chance to attack. But I'll allow it. Oh, that is not a save. Okay.
First time for everything.
On his turn, he has to.
Get over here.
Come here.
Does it? I'm assuming he would start climbing down, right? If he had movement.
Shortest and most direct route.
Yeah.
So kindly throw yourself off a cliff.
Yeah. If he can climb, and he can climb, I'm assuming anybody can climb unless explicitly said otherwise, then it's possible for him to follow the command.
Yeah. I think he could reasonably attempt to climb down.
Yep. And if he happens to stop halfway down the cliff because that's the extent of his movement,
He's on the side of a cliff then.
that's pretty much it. Ooh, his action too, so he technically would dash to make up any missing movement.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Which one is your target again?
The captain.
The captain. Okay.
Big guy up there. Which means he's not going to be ordering an extra attack on anybody by his allies. He's just going to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's going straight to you.
20 feet because it's double movement for climbing, right?
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Well, Nemia first, but
Well, yep. Bastion, is that your turn? Okay. Nemia.
Okay, so 60 feet, right? With
On a horse, yes.
on a horse. Let's do 60 then.
if you could free me and Lena from this guy.
Say again?
If you could free me and Lena from this guy, we could go and murder some archers. But up to you.
Okay. Well, I'm no good with entirely organic enemies.
I meant your
I'll-
murder cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue over there in a minute. I'm gonna cast heat metal on the archer on.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah, he can't take that off, so.
that's nice.
Does he take the damage immediately?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
And then again on his turns.
Yes.
Nice.
Repeated.
Yep. So now he is literally glowing with red hot metal.
That As a
And
red hot cod piece.
that is
And
just not pleasant.
not at all. And I'll send the murderous Hellcat towards the owlbear.
Here comes Fluffles McKillsteel.
Don't forget you can roll to recharge your
Deathglare.
Death Guard. Thank you.
It isn't a success. And okay, let's do bite, claw,
Bite to claw. The bite
Bite.
misses,
misses.
but the
claw.
claws do hit for 13
Solid damage.
Yep, not bad, not bad.
Oh,
This thing is looking bloodied.
I do have less.
Oh, yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, also the radiant. 1d4.
Yep.
The second one only hit.
Okay, let's do the extra dice for the first one. That's a 3. 14, does it hit?
A 14 does hit.
Ah.
Nice.
And it's extra damage on one attack.
On
Both.
from now.
Both?
because they
Oh,
both hit.
damn.
It's both hit now.
So
Okay,
it's
let's
2d4.
do them separately.
It's only 1d4 per hit, so it's 2d4
Yeah.
per
Oh,
hit.
okay. Let's do
Yeah.
the first one. 2 damage.
Still, solid chunk of damage there.
I swear
It
that
is
was the decider.
Yeah.
solid chunk of damage. Still standing, but now very much bloodied.
Yeah. Well, the Owlbear now has a Hellcat actively climbing the back,
Yep,
plucking
yep.
feathers, and the other guy's on fire. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. The captain.
My captain.
20. He's got 60, so 20. Yeah, he goes right up to you and ends his turn.
How you doing,
You
man?
see him struggle. You see him like quickly, struggle down the side of the cliff, plop down in front of you, and then at the end of his turn realizes what he's done.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that?
Should not have
Yep.
done that. Should not have done that.
Lena.
Big owl kitty right in
Yep.
front of me. Well,
course.
not kitty at all. First sign, really. Gonna hit him.
Yep.
Gonna try.
Ooh. That.
Radiant's not there.
Ooh, boy, yeah, that hits. And radiant energy streaks through the form of this owlbear as it also is down.
All right. Gonna wheel the horse
Sick.
around and get right up to there
It-
and look down and just
Sick.
you really shouldn't have come here. And then I'm gonna action surge and hit this guy.
Ooh. Oh, man. All right.
20 damage overall.
20 damage.
Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and put a divine wrath on there as well.
Okay, 28 damage. Wow.
Radiant.
He's definitely bloodied now, but he is still standing even with all the radiant energy
That's
coursing
okay.
through him.
That's okay.
oh
Other
my
people are gonna
God,
Yes.
that slashing damage. Conrad, you know in Baki where a punch starts at at the ceiling and ends at the person's behind the person's own ankles with the follow through. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's it.
Killian.
All right. Haha. I'm free.
Yeah, Lena, your blade is probably actually sinking into the metal of their armor a little bit.
I just
There's so much strength behind it.
up the wall.
Oh yeah, Killian is up the wall before you guys can even blink.
All right, and I'm going for the neck.
All right,
Let's double it up. Yeah, let's double it up.
all right. Yeah, that hits. And bless. No, sorry. And
Mantle.
radiant damage. There we go. Yeah, mantle.
1d4.
That is just enough. You just rip a chunk out of this guy, and he plops. He just instantly drops.
So, guys, for the record, they have 19 hit points.
Yeah. Yeah, that one, the other one's yours.
Yeah,
19?
um,
Check your math there.
yeah, bad math.
Oh wait, but does that include your rage damage? Yes, it does.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, rage is. I put rage on all my beast stuff because I'm never not raging. And I'm gonna move 5 more feet because I have 5 more feet.
Just casually take a couple steps.
Just
Alrighty.
Terminator towards the next guy.
Yeah, this archer sees his captain kind of down, surrounded by you all, debating what he's gonna do. But he will draw another arrow at you, Killian. And did you reckless?
Yes, I did, but he's got ants in his pants.
You are correct. So does normal. Ooh,
Yeah.
solid.
Okay, even with Shield of Faith, what's your AC?
Oh, Shield of Faith. That brings it up to 19.
Oh, nice. You braced yourself as you know this arrow's gonna hit, and you see just this twinkling, radiant energy as it impacts this like invisible force in front of you and glances off. But
That
now
guard
he
left a better taste in my mouth.
Magic was gonna get you through that one way or another, whether it was that or a healing spell or spare the bloody dying.
I have my head dice.
I don't care.
he's gonna take a step back and Bastion.
Oh no, go on, run, make this on. Feel the other side of it. Like juice strawberry.
Speaking of a juiced strawberry, there's one in a can right in front of you.
Yeah, maybe he can get 2 kills this turn.
Mhm.
Maybe.
What are you doing? Oh, are you grappling him?
Ooh.
Ooh, chef.
Oh.
Okay. Wait, no.
He
Grapple.
does. Yeah, he does have a turn before before Lana, so he would just get up.
I thought you were throwing him on the ground for Chili to play with.
Okay, I don't have the ability, but nope. He does not save. Okay. Yeah, you have him grappled.
He can't move, and if he wants out of that grapple, he's gonna have to use his action to do so.
That is all. Okay, Nemia.
Yes, so I'll reconcentrate on this guy up top.
Oh, yep, heat metal. Yep.
So a good sting for him. Do you repeat damage or is it another 10? There's a button, so I could do.
Yeah, heat metal repeat. Yep, there's go for it. 5. Okay,
5 damage.
5. Still standing. Still in pain.
Well, let's see if we get lucky with this. 1 to second chili. Okay, recharge.
Ooh.
And she's got 40 speed, so that's close enough. Beep. And Death Gaze.
He has. Does he have disadvantage on this?
I think so. Let me check. Disadvantage on
Ability
and ability
checks.
checks. No.
This is a saving throw. Okay. Ooh, he makes it.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He sees the cat running up and instantly looks away in terror before the death gaze can fully connect.
Give up, you fools. And that's all.
Okay. The captain is grappled. He still has arm movement, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Grapple just means you can't move.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see him pull a horn from his side and one sharp, loud note rings out into the night. And as he pulls it down, he says, "You are doomed." And that is his turn. He stands proud, accepting that he is going to die, but knowing that he has sounded the alarm.
All right. Well, just gonna go ahead and hit him.
Okay. Okay, so that is 17, 18 damage. Whew. You strike down, you kind of cut through some of the armor again into him, but he is actually still standing.
God damn
Like you
it.
see him just like barely hanging on.
Well, in that case, maybe the last divine wrath happens now. 3.
That is just enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna shout up, Killian, finish it quickly. We need to get out of here.
Oh, that was very much lethal, if I understand correctly.
Yeah, that is not non-lethal. Lena is not interested in being slowed down by a captive who's not going to tell us anything we don't already know.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not going to go full speed on the horse, but she is going to start moving the horse up the path and then wait for everybody else to gather up a little bit there.
Like, let's get out of here. Yep.
Force sizes are, screw this, overwhelming.
Yeah, pretty much. You're looking at 1,000 or more.
Bastion, there is going to be no difference functionally between, oh, there's 1,000 out here and there's 2,000 out here.
Yeah.
We need to scoot. Forces everybody in that fort.
Killian. Probably more than what's in the fort, honestly. That's a lot of people.
Is frustrated.
Understandable.
Oh.
Yep.
It's like he knew what he was doing or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll just dash towards him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he can't really use his bow against you effectively now.
And you know what? Even if I get healed up, this will go over me, so I'm just gonna...
Oh, okay.
Ha!
Ooh, nice. Very nice.
Welcome to,
12 10.
welcome to the first and last time that ever happens in this campaign.
Alrighty. You're now in range of him, so he can't really make use of his bow. You see him drop it and pull his sword and strike at you in one swift motion. At disadvantage. Because he is still in pain.
Because he is spicy. Nope.
Yep. Does not connect as you see him struggling to fight through the heat of the armor. Bastion. Bastion?
Do we have a Conrad? Okay, he's typing.
Here we go.
Are you in another Roll20 game?
So this is what his plan was.
He's just double
Play
fisting.
2 games
That's why he
at
can't do his mic.
Yeah, Archer's looking pretty rough. Killian is adjacent. Is the only target left. The horn has been sounded. The alarm has been sounded. Okay.
Good idea.
You want to move? You want to take Offsea and take it to Killian? Interesting. I'm pretty sure Killian could just call the horse if he wanted.
Honestly,
See him
whoever-
do push-ups on the top of a house or something like that. Yeah, this is Killian's personal horse. Like,
Yeah.
he's had this horse for many years. Okay. Reasonable enough. Nemia.
Yes. So.
Fry his eggs.
Okay, I was gonna suggest just submission, but
That's pretty much it.
Sizzle his
no.
bacon.
Ooh. It stings a little bit, but he's still standing. It's unfortunate.
Okay, then Chili, agile as can be,
Oh, easily.
can probably get there, right?
Yeah,
And-
easily.
So she'll go running, claw her way up, and drop on top. Whoops.
Have a nice conversation.
I'll replace the conversation with the but.
Killian, you're standing there.
He did.
Fluffles McKillsteel.
You're standing there, like dead focused on getting this archer, and this giant ball of fire and fur just latches onto this guy's head and drags it to the ground, just kind of completely separating it from its body.
You see, you say that. In my head, like, Killian just walks up to this guy, and there's a little streak of light, and the dude's got a hole in his chest.
Yeah, so that is that.
Right. As a side thing, Killian's just going to grab this guy's bow and throw it over his back.
Interesting. Okay, yes. One Dawn bow.
All right. Bastion,
good,
Bastion, just throw
Killian.
it on yours. I'll leave that.
It just instantly changes back to little.
Killian puts an arm out for the cat to hop on, and then he does a whistle in the back of his throat.
Yep. Offsea makes his way over. Combat's over.
Slide off the cliff.
Yep. Right on top of Offsea, and you guys can all gather and take off. Vera, who has kind of been patiently hiding, avoiding combat, comes out into view. And she just gives a silent nod as you all take off into the darkness.
As the ride, Killian looks down at Chili on the horse and just like, if your form was anything but your normal form was anything but a cat, I might not like you.
You simply hear in the back of your mind,
Auditory.
I like you too. It's okay.
There's a grunt and a scratch behind the ears.
I have silence, dissonant whispers, message, minor illusion. Any of those?
Minor illusion might. Does the text of it say that you can create a sound in range?
Yeah. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream.
I feel like programmed illusion is something that's a higher level.
Out of my reach.
Yeah.
ATM.
We are level 4s.
Okay. Yes. So I'm assuming you all fall in line and continue down the path. Killian eventually, overtakes Lena and leads the group. Go ahead and we'll go to the map real quick. Whoops. Go and zoom in, not out.
I'll drop a quick question on Vera.
Oh, yes.
I'll lower my speed and catch up with her. How come, given what we learned from Killian's background and his eagerness to basically destroy anything that opposes him, how come you were bucking the bushes? Could have helped a bit.
I don't know that Killian would have appreciated anyone else dealing the final blow over him. Seems to have a lot of competition already.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I can definitely help if the situation calls for it, but my um, abilities are limited. Let's just say
Okay.
that.
Well, since we've encountered two freaking gigantic owl bears, I think your bar is pretty high.
Can Chili blow the horn?
I mean, she's
I don't.
tiny.
I don't see why she couldn't. She could change into her big form to blow the horn. I think so.
If not, it would just be like a half a second horn. Meh. Richter batteries. Okay.
Send Chili off with the horn somewhere we aren't. Have her sound a blast.
That's smart. Yeah. You could. Yeah. I think Chili would definitely be open to this, as Chili can easily sneak around and get away should she get into any trouble. She would not be opposed.
He just grunts.
Most acceptance you're gonna get. Okay. So I guess your choices are obviously you can't go back to Friggsvager without running into targets. So your choices are north or south, more or less.
Freeze our asses off.
It's
Oh.
not a terrible idea.
Yeah, that way it looks like we're moving away from the fort.
Mhm.
If we can make it look like we're wheeling away from civilization, keeping to the forest.
That's reasonable. Okay, so in that case, how far out do you want Chili to go?
Wait.
How long did they catch up to us after we left? You get the impression that these guys didn't catch up to you. You get the idea that they're kind of patrolling.
At least
the
not since
forest.
we like hopped the castle.
Yeah. Oh, from the castle? Oh, you're maybe a mile out from the castle. Maybe. If you had to hazard a guess, they were maybe looking for people running away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, well,
Yeah, I mean, too far they wouldn't actually get to distract them.
yeah, sure. Ride for a little bit.
Yeah, if anything.
They'd be going this direction anyways. They'd assume we're going that way away from Friggsvager, no matter what.
Yeah, so yeah, you're at the castle. You left the castle, so they know you're not going back to Friggsvager because Friggsvager's been sacked. There's not a whole lot of options, but Horns heading south might buy you, a good amount of distance. Yeah, you won't be getting that fast. Yeah, they're probably much slower than you guys. because they're also looking, whereas you guys are just going.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, anyone else input on how
Yeah,
far
sure.
out?
Mile or two.
Okay. Yes, basically any amount of distance you send Chili out is double that you gain in distance from them, give or take.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's do it.
Okay, yeah. So 2 miles out gains you 4 miles of distance. So it puts you a good, little over an hour, just a little over an hour ahead of them.
Yep, and
Which-
that's only gonna increase.
Yep. So, Chili takes the horn in her mouth. You hear in the back of your mind, catch up with you. And Chili runs off into the darkness of the forest south. You guys, head off west in the direction of Forngrind. Killian, this is a path you've gone many, many times. It's about 15 miles, give or take. So I forget, how fast did we say you go on horseback?
4 miles an hour.
Gotcha. Yep. So, we're looking at 3.5
hours?
Yeah. 6 miles? Was it 6 miles? Oh yeah, that's 60 feet to.
Ah, right. It was the horse thing that he found.
Yes, that is right. So yeah, you're looking at, you can basically be, a good chunk of the way there before they even realize.
2 hour, 20 minutes.
Yep. Okay, so you get a good distance away. Yeah. And you vaguely hear in the distance a low sound of a horn being blown. You are not close enough to see the outcome of it, but you imagine you've gathered some distraction, some attention.
Let's hope they're stupid.
Or at the very least, blind in the night.
What am I saying? Of course they are. They're coming after us.
Vera will chime in.
Oh
They're- they're-
and said it at the same time.
They like glance at each other and just look away.
Yeah, Vera says they come after us in our home. They are very stupid indeed. You travel through the forest. You find the forest getting more and more overgrown. As such, it's blocking out more and more of the natural moonlight and stars. You basically have to have light up at this point to see where you're going, or you'll just run into a tree. So time passes and you get closer to Forngrind. Killian, you recognize some of the more familiar signs that you get closer. You know that Forngrind is they're very much a town that they keep to themselves, and like they live more in tune with nature than perhaps some of the other cities. So as such, they live in and among the forest. They avoid chopping down trees and wildlife as much as possible. The benefit to that is there's a lot of natural cover and advantages, so it's very defensible, surprisingly.
What's the demographic of races, humanoid races here? Is it still like mainly like human Valian?
Yeah, Old Kingdom, for the most part, is human, and they've lived here for most of their lives,
Okay.
and their families lived here for most of the family's existence.
Yeah,
Like
I was
if you're
wondering
born in
there
the
was-
old,
Oh, God.
yeah, if you live in the Old Kingdom, you pretty much stay in the Old Kingdom.
I was just wondering if there was like that one elf family or something going on in Forngrind or something.
There perhaps there is. Given the nature of Forngrind, how the legend of the Fey Gate,
Nature, the
Um,
nature.
yes, there is perhaps a few um, elven families, or just a few elves here and there. Um, but okay, you recognize some of the familiar signs that you are approaching Forngrind. They are subtle. They are knocks in trees. They are um, certain like signs left by the side of the road, just an inconspicuous arrangement of rocks. To the untrained eye, it would mean nothing, but it's almost, you know, so to you, it is a welcome sign.
If we're lucky, they'll just pass right by here. Won't even know there's any sort of settlement.
Yep. Um, by this point, it is late into the night, maybe about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Um, you are traveling through the forest when suddenly a band of warriors just start springing out from the bushes on either side of you. And there's a halt who travels here
What language is it in?
in Valian.
Yep. Kalina will respond back in Valiant. Evening, gentlemen. Don't know if you've heard word from over back, but we've got an incursion of bastards from the Union. And he'll just pull back any hood he has or anything and just kind of glance around.
Yep, they easily recognize you. Lower their weapons. One of the more senior members kind of he stows his weapon, takes off the helmet he has, kind of more getting towards middle-aged man. This kind of short blonde hair pulled back, very rugged face. He's been a warrior his whole life, got the scars to show it. He steps forward and he does like a kind of this like half bow to Killian and says, "We've been expecting you.
Oh.
Are you followed?"
Looks back. They're slightly off the trail. We made as much headway as we can, but there are no tales from the castle.
Expect nothing less from the prince. Come with us. We'll escort you into town. And a couple of the warriors and this leader go off with you, and you see the rest of them kind of disperse into the forest. They seem to be keeping watch.
As they walk in, it's like, for the record, the one with the horns and the tin can don't know Valian.
They switch to common at this point and says, we can speak the common tongue. That is fine. So they escort you a little ways further, and it's situated just right in this this hilly area with trees that until you're right on it, you don't actually see the town. You round this bend, and you see that kind of the natural incline of the area around it goes up. It puts it like in this almost like a large crater. What's the best way to describe it? So that you don't see the town until you're basically right there. You're led into the center of it. You do see a lot of people out, armored up, basically expecting a fight. You're taken into town to the exact center of town, which is this. It looks like there once was a very old tree here. That it's long gone, but the kind of the trunk of it, the stump, no trunk, yeah, it's been cut clean off, and it's this large stump of a trunk that's maybe let me see real quick, hold on, it's really large. Oops, that's not what to do. It's about 10 10 feet wide. This was just an absolutely massive tree in the day. With its roots kind of pouring out on the ground around it, and 8 standing stones kind of placed around it. This is the namesake, the rumored supposed fake 8. But it just looks old and decrepit at this point. You're taken to within the circle. The warriors, the captain, and a couple other men join you. You recognize the markings of another wielder of the magic, the Sather, however you say that. This one, is very much looks kind of very druidy, kind of like has these antlers on top of her head, black hair all the way down, very tribal. Standing next to an older gentleman who you gather to be the jarl, the chief of this village. He gives you, as much of a bow as his age allows. He is rather old.
Gillian will just go for a handshake with him.
Yep, and he meets you with one surprisingly firm grip for one his age.
Surprisingly, we're Valian.
This guy's probably like 70.
Fair
but
enough.
That is, he's old. This is a very old man.
Yep.
And there's a lot of strength to him, despite that. Says, young prince, we got your message.
Was hoping
I hope.
so.
Did you bring the fight to us?
And Bill said, it depends on how stupid they are. We got a good lead on them, but he just kind of like glances back to the way they came. Maybe they know about this place. I don't know how good their intel is, but there's certainly a fight to be had out there. Just see where it wanders.
All right, sorry, say that again.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No problem. Just
I missed that last part.
Yep, there's certainly a fight out there. Just we'll have to see where it wanders to.
Well, if you couldn't tell, the people of this town are ready. But perhaps some rest is in order. Seems you've had a very rough day.
Yeah, a whole full day. None of the sleep to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Please, stay with us. Eat some food. Rest. You have a journey ahead of you. If your words are true.
Yeah. And nods and just got all our thanks here, wise one.
Yep. He nods at you, and he kind of you see him look around a bit, and then he's like, yes, and he kind of points to a building off in kind of just a little bit northwards, and one of the guards will like motion and will escort you to the kind of this. It's basically like a longhouse, and there will be a place to rest. After some time, they'll bring in some food for you. They'll take care of the horses, and you are taken care of for the moment, and you are free to get some rest. Worst case scenario, you have perhaps 3 or 4 hours to get some rest at the absolute worst case, if they are able to follow your trail. With a little bit of luck, you can get a full night's rest in. That is yet to be seen.
Just sit down at a table. What are you on? Tenacious bastards, huh? You guys still good to keep going with me? Not gonna chicken out, are you?
Pretty good. I mean, if I survive the claws of something that has a pinky that's actually bigger than me, I think I'll be good.
Excuse
I hear they make pretty good cloaks, actually.
You can make a triple king-size bed with that thing.
Bastion. God, at some point I'm going to have to explain this to my mother. That's what really scares me.
Well, here, this will make you feel better. And he pulls the dawn bow he swiped off the guy and just throws it to Bastion.
Hmm. Forgiven, I guess. Yep. I mean, it's so Dawnbow. It's a longbow. It deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage. The horn thing is seemingly clever. Yes.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good point. Can we get some extra fish for the cat?
The cat is very much appreciative. So, actually, thank you for bringing that up, because that reminds me. I'm not going to miss it this time. So, you ask for fish. They actually bring out they bring out fish for the lot of you. The first thing that hits you as the door opens to bring you food is this horrid smell.
It's about this 2 minutes before this happens, Killian just kind of smells the air and just starts chuckling to himself a bit.
You're hit with this pungent, rotten egg, rancid butter, and vinegary smell. It is horrid. But this plate of it is placed in front of you, and I think you see Killian almost excited to eat it.
Mm-hmm. There's a smile on his face.
Huh. Yeah. So who would like to try this horrid fish? Chili freely walks up and just gulps one down. Yeah. So Lena. Oh yeah, everyone goes for it. It smells horrid, but everyone goes for it. Okay. Yeah, make a Constitution save.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that because it's
14.
It's tough to fight down. Okay, one more. Killian does not, because he grew up eating this.
Mm-hmm.
He is adjusted. No, this is definitely something outside your palate and normal appetite. This is Nemia and Bastion. Nope. Nemia and Bastion. So Bastion, you go to take a bite of this.
As you do the sign of the cross.
And you start to chew, and you can't even do it, and you immediately just spit it out, as it is probably the most horrid thing. It doesn't taste terrible, but the combination of the smell and the unusual texture of it just doesn't sit well. And same for you, Nemia. You feel like this isn't so bad, but as you keep going, you're like, no, I can't deal with the smell of it anymore. As Killian probably just freely starts scarfing it down.
Yep. Killian looks over and just chuckles and just like, love the sound of, and he says something in Valian, and I'm not about to translate to actual Nordic or anything, but for the sake of Lena, it's basically foreigner, like foreigner opera for the retching going on.
Man,
Bastion's
This is-
going for seconds. He's trying again.
this is probably what I smell whenever I summon a demon.
It is.
Close.
Yeah. Oh, this time Bastion steals himself and just tries to eat it and scarf it down as fast as he can.
This doesn't apply.
Bless. A better saving throw. It does work.
Wait, you cast Bless?
Oh, I'm sorry. You cast Bless to eat some awful fish. Okay. Whew. That was good.
I'll ask our liege. What is this thing called again?
The fish?
Yes, Killian.
It's got some complicated Valian name, but it basically translates more or less to Aurora herring.
Aurora herring. Okay,
Aurora herring. Yep.
man. No wonder you're in the mood all the time, man.
What do you mean? It was great.
Well,
I haven't been able to get this at all in the fucking Union.
Thank the Lord.
Vera, who doesn't seem too interested in the food, says, "I know I couldn't have possibly imagine why."
I know, right?
There's a very loud eye roll from her.
An eye roll with like a bowling alley sound effect.
Yeah. After some time, some food is consumed.
Some windows are open.
Vera kind of takes leave, and it's not the most comfortable of places, but there are some beds kind of. It's almost like a barracks, right? So there's beds, there's tables. She kind of goes to a bed in the corner, and she says she's going to get some rest while she can, and will lay down on a bed in the corner.
Yep.
Is there anything anyone is doing before
Find
resting?
proper food.
There is other food. There are breads and cheeses and plenty of alcohol.
Okay. I'll down whatever is the spirit of choice in this place.
Namir just takes like 2 pieces of bread, dunks it in the poos, and just like sticks a piece up each of the nostrils.
Well then.
Man, when you think the cold isn't enough, is enough, I mean.
Kellen look over at Lena. It's like, so those gloves, they seem to be doing pretty good.
They're, I wouldn't say better than I expected, but she kind of flexes a hand. Everything seems to have more weight to it somehow. You'd think it would be the opposite, but it's the only way I can explain it.
She said, I mean, you need all the weight you can get there.
She pulls off one glove and then punches him.
I mean, make the roll.
Oh, okay. All the numbers are baked in, but
I mean, that's only minus 4, right?
Yeah.
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 So that's still a 27 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Still in 15.
Yeah, that hits. It hurts quite a bit.
Yeah, he just rubs the jaw like, you're getting better.
7 damage. 7 damage? Yes, 7 damage.
He's not raging right now.
Well, no, but yeah, but you're dealing less damage too because you took the.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. How much health did you have? Oh no, you're fine. Never mind.
Yep, I've got the temp HP too.
Yeah.
Which would be going away on the short rest anyways, so it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, he rolls his eyes like, I think you got better since the first bar fight.
It's been a little while since then. Not long though.
Hmm.
It's probably the glove.
Maybe. Let's find out. He puts a arm on the table.
Oh boy.
Right. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the yarn graper. Because I forgot I can do that as a modifier.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she'll try to arm wrestle. Are we doing 2 out of 3 or one attempt?
Let's just do the one.
Okay. Not a good roll.
Let's see.
14? Yeah.
That's not a good roll.
Do just normal athletics.
Oh.
The table
Yeet.
creaks.
The table creaks as no one budges. We'll just keep this going. You're both you're trying, and neither can move the other.
Again?
Again?
Yeah, we'll just keep it up. 17. Okay. Okay.
Hi.
Oh.
Flipped. My wrist goes wrong.
Yep. Killian.
As a whiff of the
Sla-
fish hits you.
Killian slams the arm to the table. Yeah. You stretch your wrist out. Prepare yourself.
Killian shakes his hand. It's like, yeah, maybe it is just the gloves.
Oh, this again.
Yeah,
Bastion
and at
puts
that
an arm
point
out to
she
both of
is-
them.
Nope, she's over the table. It's not bad. It's not mean natured, but there's gonna be a quick brawl.
Yep, yeah, of course.
Which one? Wait, which one?
Killian.
Okay.
If Bastion happens to be caught in the crossfire, then no loss.
Everyone's wrestling. Yeah, Killian's at a major disadvantage here.
Yeah. It's not so much trying to cause damage as trying to pin.
Yep.
But there may be the occasional
So-
take somebody's head and slam it against the floor to gain an advantage.
So,
So
group grapple. Interesting.
I have no idea how that would even be ruled. I'm okay with it just being that it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Everyone roll. We'll see who comes out the victor.
Ha!
Yeah. Technically, my gloves are off.
Would you be able to cast guidance in a brawl?
Yeah.
Like in a grapple?
It takes an action to do so. So
Yeah, see, no.
you would not be getting to do athletics that first round.
Okay, so
So he
Lena
instantly
jumps.
Nope, Lena did better, but gloves are still off. And that was a nat 20.
Yeah, so Lena jumps Killian, and Killian easily
Killian
spins
catches
around.
her face.
Yeah, you catch her and you're able to just get her to the ground in one swift motion. Bastion stumbles his way in, and you just shove him, trips over the armor and falls down. He is heavy.
And if they're both up the ground, Killian gets up, dusts his hands off. He's like, "Man, I really needed some aurora fish. Does the body good."
It's like you're doing better now that you're back home. The fresh Valian air.
Uh-huh. Yep. Need some fermented fish and some different atmosphere.
While this is going on, Nemia,
Uh-huh.
you feel the familiar sensation of chili in the back of your mind, as it seems chili is now within range.
I'll
And
think.
she
How'd it
simply
go?
said, yep, she says, it went well. They should be distracted for some time. We have some things to discuss. Can you meet me by
Sure.
the Fey Gate?
Do you want some of this horrible thing?
Oh yeah, I kind of said Chili had some fish. Whoops.
Yep.
Chili's already there. Chili will say, "Hey, I gotta go talk to you." Let's
By
go
the
outside."
way,
Whoops.
Let's,
Lapse the memory there.
I went and killed a rat and now I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. So Chili will beckon you to go outside with her to the Fey Gate.
okay. What's up?
Yep. So, short distance away, you find Chili kind of just circling around, but not entering into the kind of circle that is formed by these by the standing stones. Okay. All right. Chili begins. There are some things I have not spoken to you about. There is more than... You have more than a fiendish heritage. I don't know the full details, but I do know that there was a deal made with... Sorry, one second. Okay. There was a deal made. Your birth parents... Chili is not her mom. Were struggling to conceive a child. And so your mother... Sorry, no. Your father... There we go, father. Wrong person. Your father made a deal with a fey being to have a safe birth, and news of this arrangement, this pact, found its way to the ear of a great devil, and that devil sought to interfere with such a deal. To my knowledge, this devil appeared to your mother and made a deal with her to also have a safe birth, or as much as any fiendish being can promise. Serious family history alert drop interspersed with cuts to the other, throwing each other around the room. Yes, basically. Chili continues. There might be... You have family among the Fae. And more specifically, you might be birthed of both a fiend and a Fae. stopped. That was just the end. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Chili continues. I've been to gates such as these before, and have crossed through them once or twice. I was originally sent to kill you when it was found that you would not be more adequately serving the fiendish side of you. And I was stopped by a fey being that instead bound me to you. And there are many things that await you in the Feywild. Should you choose, I could take you there. I do know that the high and mighty prince was considering the notion. So I thought it best to bring it up now.
Oh. Okay, that's a lot to take in. Is this... Are you saying now? I don't think that's... Now is the proper timing.
Fate has brought us here, and for the most part, I have done my best to steer you clear of such places. But inevitably, you find yourself at the gate, the border to your heritage. Perhaps it is time.
What do you know of what awaits me on the other side? How should I trust anything from either?
The Fae are tricky. The fiends are deceptive. I don't know how much you can trust of either.
Am I even welcomed as a half a fiend?
Well, that is a good question. I mean, I was bound to you to protect you, so at the very least, they do not wish you dead.
That's a point.
I don't know the full details of your birth. Just bits here and there. If there's more you wanted to learn, it would be there and not here. Choice is yours.
Okay. I'll have to give it a think.
Of course. But I do believe we'll be moving on as early as possible, so I've said my bit. That is all. And Chili kind of begins to just walk away off into the night to do her own thing.
Eat that damn fish.
Yes. Yeah, you're left standing just outside the ring of standing stones. You feel almost a sense of calling.
The ring off? You say again?
The ring of standing stones,
Oh, okay.
and you feel almost a calling.
I'll approach it.
Okay. You approach one of the standing stones, and you can, place a hand on it. These stones have been here for some time. You can vaguely, very vaguely, make out etchings here and there, but most of it has been worn off with weather, time. You catch, here and there you might see a rune with enough a definition, like a Valian rune. But you also might you do you speak Sylvan?
Not at all.
What do you?
Some Elvish
Elvish. Yeah, close
would
enough.
work.
Yeah, you would. It would be. It's not decipherable, anyways, but you could perhaps recognize a letter or two. There's no definition. There's no clear words, but there was writing on this at some point. Clearly, um, kind of elvish in nature and Valian in nature. You make your way around the stone. With how big this tree is, it's probably been here for some time. And even though the top of it is cut off, it doesn't seem like it is. It's not dead. It simply exists. The roots still very much seem to be alive. You could probably, if you were to look close enough at the rings, you could probably make out where, what ring the tree was cut down, and the bottom of it seems to, still be growing a little bit. It drastically slowed down once it passes that ring, but it is still growing. This place is very much alive. So there's a stone in each of the cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, and and then in the in between directions. They almost seem like they're markers. They're directions. Is the sense you get from it. Directions on places to go.
Anything I might recall from Petra, at least he did have quite a link with the thing.
You probably had many lessons on it and spoke at great length of it, sung many ballads and epics about journeys into the Feywilds. You would probably recall that he once used a Feygate to enter the Feywild. He was light on the details, so he didn't tell you step by step how to use a Feygate. But he did explain that many Feygates aren't just gates to the Feywild; they're gates to many other locations within the realms of the of realm space. They go many different places. So generally, one of the runestones, each of the runestones, takes you to a different place. In general, this is the gist of what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, there you go.
Yep, and it's very much the roots of the stump tree spread out, and there's one large root that goes and wraps around each of the base of each of these standing stones. It's all connected.
I guess I'll approach one. All right. Yeah, probably I'll approach one.
Okay.
I'll circle through them and run my hand through them. And
okay. You you approach a different one than the a different one than you first looked at. You inspect it, and you see different symbols on this one. There's once more Valiant on it, but there's different symbols on this one, and symbols that you don't recognize at all, not familiar in any way. You move around to the next one. Once again, symbols you don't recognize. Go get another one. And this one you recognize. Well, hold on, let me double check before I say anything. Yes, okay. This one you recognize some infernal on it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You make your way around. The rest of them seemingly don't have something you can read, but there are different symbols on each of these.
Different symbols, different realms.
Perhaps that is the sense you could gather.
I'll I guess I'll stand in the middle of them for a while.
Okay. You stand there and
Yeah,
contemplate. Back to the group, who is eagerly fighting and
their brains out.
tussling.
Let's go, Lena.
After many pins and grapples and throws, you're perhaps getting a little tired. It's getting late into the night. It's perhaps 11, 11:30, approaching midnight.
Real quick, I want to try against the gloves. I just want to see.
Fine.
Perhaps a little bit of alcohol in your system. Nope.
That's the one.
She's easily able to throw you.
As your hand is like pushing his face in the ground, there's like a little glint of determination in his eyes. Like, I'm gonna get better than these things.
Vera actually will kind of chime in because she's attempting to sleep in the corner of the room. She simply says out, if you weren't so averse to magic, you would find we're still talking.
Conrad?
Yeah.
1, 2, and 2. Yeah, we're good.
Yep, he's reconnecting.
Okay.
Or you've infected him. That's what Vera was saying.
Vera's saying, yes. She says, if you weren't so averse to magic, you might find it is of great aid. You could stand up to the light of such things.
Yeah.
And she kind of rolls over.
Dylan tries to like wrench just like one of the fingers off, and it's like, yep, I'm doing it my way.
Yep, okay. You get basically nowhere. So, late into the night, at some point, I imagine Vera would just yell at you all to go to sleep. You find Chili and Nemia not among you.
Everyone's seen the scald. Was the fish really that bad?
She might not have had the stomach for it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. I probably could just get used to it.
You guys head in for the night. He goes to walk out the door. I'm gonna just give a look around. Haven't been in this place in a while anyways. I could go for a walk.
Yeah, you can easily make your way outside. You would probably quickly notice Nemia standing amongst the fake gate, the standing stones. You're not far from it at all.
Yep. Just like walks over, hands in pockets. Hey,
Hey there.
right to bed soon. What's got you out here?
Uh, a lot of stuff.
Yeah? You want to punch me about it?
You said punch?
Yeah.
At, at, at the most, I could nudge you, I think. I might prickle you with my rapier, but I fear it might bend at the moment.
He just glances around and is like, I don't think that thing works too well. He just like gestures to the middle of the standing stone that Nemi is currently sitting on.
Hopefully, it doesn't send me anywhere without me knowing. But what's the story with this here?
How do you mean?
Uh, I mean, have you ever went anywhere?
And tilts his head. Uh, like, like it working? That's more of an urban thing, urban legend, but I
I
don't know.
Okay.
They say you're supposed to. Hmm. There's some fae in the forest who maybe came from it.
That sounds like a while then, like in a really old rumor.
He walks over to one of the stones, like, about as long as it took to rub all these off.
Hmm.
Is there any other general lore or anything Gillian might know?
Um, um, other than the fact that it was, there was Fae in the area, and you still might find Fae creatures wandering about. Um, Nothing in particular. Like, there's no great legend about the gate. It's simply been there for as long as the city has been. Well, longer than the city has been. Obviously, the city was kind of founded around it.
Mm-hmm. They kind of built this place around it. They say one of the elven families here is actually came from the other side, but I think that's mostly just gossip.
Hmm. Well, I I sure hope so. Since you're experiencing quite a time yourself, what what would you think if you suddenly got the news that not only you have a claim here but on the upper continent?
Tilts his head. How do you mean? What, like I'm Prince here and there?
Uh-huh. How would you deal with that?
Thanks, Pat. I'd probably just have to work a bit harder, I guess. Means I have two kings to beat.
Well, yeah. I I don't know if I can beat both.
There's an
But
eyebrow raised at one point. At that point, just like, okay, why are you asking?
well, it seems that I've got a little bit more than an abyss of infernal watchers behind my history, and it's getting a bit overwhelming just to learn that quite opposing forces are stretching out their hands.
Opposing for, and he just kind of glances at that, glances back at Nemia, glances at that, glances back at Nemia. You know, I'm gonna be honest. First time I saw you, I thought you were a satyr.
All right. That's been said.
What again?
Like a fae with the horns plays music.
That's a first, I must say. Certainly a first, but
I don't know. You get more fae lore around here than you do devils.
well,
Devils are things to murder. Fae are things that you kind of run into, and they'll probably screw you over. But you can maybe talk to them.
nah. Well, I've gotten my first share of people who wanted to murder me recently, so I guess I do have it in me somewhere.
Yeah, sorry about that. So you're saying you're what? Fae instead of devil, half and half.
I don't know the exact measurements, like head to toe, head to knee, devil. Um, but for sure of equal bounds in contracts to both.
All right.
So it's
What does that change?
I don't know, and that's what worries me the most.
Cat glances up and down. I mean, you don't look any different.
No, but at least I know what a devil acts like and what I can do with that. Faye, I know the good things that my master told me, but more than that, why are they keeping me alive is a good question, and it feels yet again that there's something that I'm missing. Aside from the fact that my parents were a little bit loose on the signing hand on contracts.
Is that how it ended up? Well, I mean, it's good to know where you come from. Always is. It's good to know what you get. You don't gotta be stuck with all the crappy stuff either. Heck, I'm starting a whole revolution based around that little concept. So, what, you wanna know what it means to be a Fae?
I think, and I'm sorry that I laughed, but I think your example with the Fae and the horns and the singing, at least I know something. That might be good for now.
It's kind of like, well, I mean, you're probably not gonna get much more of a chance. I'd say sleep first. If we're lucky, the bastards will pass over us, or they'll still be wandering in the forest. If we got a bit of time here, you can probably seek someone out. Someone who knows about Fae around here. This is the place of anywhere in the Old Kingdom.
And who would that be? If general question, DM wise, is there like the equivalent of the sorcerers we encountered earlier, but more local? What was her name?
He
Or
said,
Dandy?
he said there was a Seidrkona in here, which is a sorceress.
Hmm.
There's that.
Okay,
There's that one powerful lady with the Jarl. Maybe you just got insight. And again, if she's from around here, probably have a bit extra.
that could work.
Yeah, it could work.
Otherwise, you
Sounds
can
good.
try your best to read these, and he kind of like taps one of the stones. But you might be here a while.
Okay, let's do this. If I cannot read it now, I'll go to her. I'll leave it to fate, and I'll look at the thing,
What do you see?
the runes. I mean, Eric.
Sorry, say that again.
Trying to read the runes, possibly
Oh.
on the Fey one. I wouldn't want to risk it on the Infernal one.
Okay. So it's not. There's no words. It's basically just like you can vaguely make out like a letter here, a letter there. There's really not much left on it to go off of.
If there's any in Valiant, Killian just leans over. He's like, "I've got an E."
Yeah, basically, those are just scattered letters.
I'm just hoping it's not the recipe for that awful thing.
Killian like narrows his eyes. I think my mom bought some furniture that was called this.
Oh Lord.
After firmly giving up and just, oh, I think your best bet is Sorceress by the Jarl.
Yes, I think so as well.
Hey, also, how'd you find out about that?
Well, in a series of recollection of like new information that was dropped on me by a sort of hellish cat we know,
Really?
all know and love. Yeah,
She hasn't.
it's not the first time that Chili does this to me, but
It's the first time she's told you about this.
it is, but not the first time that Chili has struck me away with a little bit of information. Talking Cat was the first shocker, then the protection itself from the Talking Cat was the second shocker. They kept coming, but I never hoped they'd continue to come. Heck, I've been moving on about for parentheses. How old am I? Let's see, 23 years. I was hoping surprises would run out after a while, at least on my history.
He shrugs. Oh, better get sorted out now than never.
I like your direct approach. It's comforting.
Sounds good. Speaking of which, and he just picks Nemi up. We're probably not gonna get a chance to sleep again.
Good enough.
You may be right.
So let's tackle that that problem head first.
Uh-huh.
So
To be fair,
Ooh, that's a 2.
I did. Ooh. I did say I was gonna help on this, so
Yep. So you can retreat to the longhouse. Everyone can claim a bed, get some rest. You do get a long rest in.
Yes.
There's no alarm sounded, no sign of danger.
Come to me, hit dice.
You, for the sake of this, it's not quite a full 8 hours, but it is a long rest.
All right.
okay.
You're
7.5.
probably you're woken at first light, basically. Surprisingly, there's the people of the town seem to be taking shifts. As you can, you go outside, and as first light is coming, you can see the people that were kind of scouting or on watch during nighttime are returning to their homes, and people are kind of gearing up, putting on some armor, grabbing weapons, and getting ready to take over the next shift. This is a town very much ready for battle. And the first thing in the morning, you hear the deep call of a bird that you are very familiar with.
Cullen's like rolling out of bed, like, oh god damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Lena's sitting up and going just greetings to her brother, basically in arms, because ravens and she loves them.
Yep. There's perhaps even a brief moment where Guntram considers going to you first, but then realizes Vera is there.
You know I like ravens, just not your ass.
A new alarm is miserable from Bastion. Yes. Bastion was probably awake. If I remember correctly, Bastion was an early riser. Yeah, but stuff. Okay.
Oh, I just realized I never actually read Bastion's surname. How do you pronounce that? Declare it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Jokes aplenty. Yes, so Guntram has returned, and he's brought a letter. You imagine it was supposed to go to the Jarl, but the chief, I'll say chief. But seeing that you're there, does head straight to you. You can take the note. Do you deliver it or read it?
So it's up to Killian. Oh no, wait, he can't get the note off the bird.
Oh, good
Nope.
point. Yep.
Vera would retrieve it and would offer it up.
Okay, he'll just take it at that point and go, what's this?
Seems to be a return note from your father. You open it up.
Yep, he will.
Yep. You open it up, and it reads like a formal decree.
Mhm.
It is a message to gather all able-bodied men, all fighting warriors, men and women. Sorry, no discrimination there. All able-bodied fighters.
All able-bodied badasses.
Yes. To meet in Forngrind. Oh boy. And the note specifies that many of the other villages have been told and will be, a force will be amassing in Forngrind to go retake Frigsvager and just to stomp out any Dawn Guard that have taken up arms against the Old Kingdom. And it is signed your father.
Killing just reads, to stomp out any Dawn Guard. He always had a way with words. Well, let's bring this to the Earl, make sure he's up to date. And we can get a audience with both him and the magical assistant. And he kind of gives a point glance to both Nemia and to Lena.
Lena looks back like, why me? In her face.
You seem to be pretty friendly with the last one.
I had a question.
Yeah?
Bastion had more questions. Why aren't you looking at him like that?
Because his questions are stupid.
To be fair, his questions alerted us to an ambush early, so credit's where it's due.
I smelled it coming. Let's go.
Yep. You're easily able to go out amongst the town, and after maybe asking around just a wee bit, you can pin down the location of the chief.
He's gonna give like a hello and thanks to anyone on guard.
Of course, then they respond in turn. Just these are shitty sorts of information. Jeez. Yes. So you find the chief. Um, you find him out with a group of warriors, and there seems to be like a simple like rock throwing contest going on, and the the chief is participating, but with his age, you know, he can't quite keep up with the younger warriors. So he welcomes the relief as he sees you approach, and you know he addresses you as you approach him. Yeah.
And just like shakes the letter, and it's like straight from the guy on high.
What news?
Give it to read yourself.
Yeah, he'll take it, and you'll see him struggle a moment to find the right distance to hold it as he reads it. Um, says, well, that is good. Your father has not been one for action, usually. This is a welcome change.
It is a bit different this time too.
Yes, they are. They are attacking. This is our home. Well, I must gather everyone willing to fight. What will you be doing?
Kind of like leans back, goes, I mean, if I can help you with anything with that, my reputation has been dragged too far through the mud in this area. He says with a grin.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. I can get the word out. I can probably get the word out faster to my men to gather and be ready.
All right. And tilts his head and is like, in that case, forgive me if I'm talking a bit of a head in the clouds, but what do you know of the Fae in the area?
There, you see him kind of give a curious look. I mean, this town is known for its, uh, for how close it is to the Fae, to the land beyond. What do you seek to learn?
Are they organized at all? This is their force as much as it is ours.
Hmm.
And if those bastards are marching up,
You know, it is rumored, hinted that the Fae once fought alongside us. It would be interesting to see them fight again.
I am a fan of the legends. Have you
You?
interacted with them at all?
Oh no, of course not. The the Fae Gate is not exactly open.
But is there any on this side?
Mm, I'm certain there are, but ones that would willingly make themselves known to you, that is another story. You see him kind of stretch a little bit. Uh, he has a little bit of a hunch to him, so yeah, he straightens up and stretches. Immediately falls back into his like slumped position.
Then we gotta get their attention somehow. I'm not about to go convince a whole group of them from the other side. They can just sit back on their side. What do they care? I'm worried about the ones here, the ones whose home it is.
Unfortunately, I do not know a way to get their attention.
Maybe that's where we get the help from the other side.
Perhaps. If only you had a way there.
I'm sure I'll figure something out. Speaking
You're
of
young.
Fae,
So full of confidence.
Speaking of Fae and lore, was she a what's the what was the title?
She
Vulva.
seemed to bear, yeah, she seemed to bear the trappings of one.
Uh, was that a vulva with you?
Yesterday, yes, she was here. I do not know if she is still.
Do you know where she would be if she is?
You see him think for a moment. Usually, she would spend her time in in meditation within the stone circle. You could perhaps return there to try and find her. Other than that, I don't know where she would be.
All right. And he's kind of thinking, and he looks back to the group. Anything else you guys need?
I think we are ready and eager for battle. It's been many a year since I fought myself.
You're joining this one?
You see this look on his face, like he's just incredulous that you'd even suggest he wouldn't fight.
Yeah. He kind of like puts a hand out to shake, and it's like, good man.
Mm-hmm. You know, he musters all the strength he can into that handshake, and it is firm, it is strong. You imagine he can still swing a sword decently well,
Yeah.
or an axe.
If all able bodies are coming here, you've got some people to impress.
The people of Forngrind don't need to impress anyone.
Yeah, he shakes his head. Nah, but I mean, if an old timer like yourself started rolling heads more than the youngins, that'd be something.
I would almost trust the old ones here more than the young ones from the capital. From the. Your father has made the people a little bit soft.
Yeah, that place is stagnant.
I know I should not take sides, but I think a change of pace is in order.
Oh, seems like a good kickstart. I got your backing. And you happen to know any holes in my old man's defenses? Let me know.
you see him give a chuckle and he just walks off. Yeah, nope. No one knows how to fight your father.
Well, I'll be trailblazing then.
Yeah.
Look back to the group. Well, if we want to talk to the lady, we can. Unless you guys got anything else to do here in the intermedium. They can show up at any time.
They're having conversation.
Planning.
Conversation about food happening in the background.
Mm.
Give me your shield. Is that addressed to Lana or
Killian.
Killian?
Can you throw the shield at Bastion's face like Captain America style?
Yes, sure.
You know what? Let's just
Yeah.
see how this goes.
Yeah. No. I imagine this would have happened before some of this conversation so that Bastion had time to.
Okay, fair.
Bastionist had time to work on it in the morning.
He's just able to easily catch it, and that was not Killian's intention at all, but he'll try his best to play it off like it was.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. But still, you need to spend the time. So while they've gone and talked with the chief, you have been working.
Right. You guys want to check the standing stones? While Tin Can does his Tin Can things?
Go.
You now have a super shiny shield. Very reflective.
Kind of like tilts it and kind of like squints at it a bit, like. "Ugh."
Yes, yes, it is very blinding.
Oh, worth a try.
Yeah, it's very distinct from your. I imagine your shield would be more on the worn and used side versus polished and shiny side. So this
Yep.
is definitely a change.
He'll if he can also like just grab like some sort of cloak or something to throw over it, just so it's not horribly obvious if he's stealthing around or something. He can just throw it over.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Easy enough.
All right, and I guess we'll head to the Sand Stones.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, so about that.
There are no
Uh
more.
Biter
Spider.
was probably left on the ship.
No, he
Oh.
was not.
Was he left in was he in your bag this whole time?
Yes.
He was
He's been
not
in your bag.
referenced for the last like 4 sessions.
I've been feeding him.
That poor thing.
uh,
I mean,
don't remember ever leaving him on the ship.
I remember. Okay, the last thing I remember is he was helping out with the people on the ship. Then Vera left to go into town, and then you guys kind of went to go into town as well. And that was kind
Yeah,
of
and
the
it
last
was
he's
kind
ever
of
mentioned.
and it was kind of assumed that we went into town with all of our gear, all of our positions, probably our little friend.
Okay, I'll make note of that going forward.
I mean, there's a jump between my sword, my shield, and then my kobold.
That is fair. If he wanted to stay on the ship, we would have let him. Lena would have let him. Don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
But
I don't see why not.
We're just gonna return to Fregsvager and just see like a kobold and a pile of Dawnguard bodies.
yeah, I just to say that I would not have Lena would not
Willingly.
willingly forgotten him.
Okay. If that's the case, then
Yeah.
Biter is kept quiet, throwing maybe an occasional interesting comment over this whole trip.
Oh fuck, those are still here.
Yeah, so Biter's probably gotten some interesting looks. Interesting looks from people, because you might find the people of the Old Kingdom are not too fond of
How long have you-
dragons or dragon-related things.
How long do you keep dragging that thing around?
She just shrugs. Haven't figured out what to do with him.
The answer is not drag him along everywhere we go.
Alright, where would you like to leave him?
I don't know, it's your lizard.
Don't leave Biter. Biter will die.
Take care of your own pets.
Biter has learned so much.
Become worldly.
Take Biter with you, please.
Alright, but we're gonna have to find a way to make you a little more helpful in a fight.
I can
Hey,
wear
Bastion!
armor. Not well, but I can wear armor.
Hey, Bastion, what do you think you can do with this one? He's becoming worldly. He's a blossoming young.
Bastion is excited at the idea. So, okay, Biter is on the more frail side. You imagine he's more dexterous than strong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a kobold, even for a kobold.
Throw him in some plate, put him in a round helmet, make him look like a weird halfling.
Get him a crossbow or something else like that, a short bow.
Dawnguard hand crossbow.
okay, please.
No, I know what we do. We make him a little like siege tower contraption of sort, just like even if it's just woven like a basket. We fit it onto Bastion's back, perhaps, just because tank.
Are you gonna
And
trebuchet the kobold?
the kobold is gonna run the trebuchet from there. He's got the archer
Oh,
platform on
like
the tank's back.
interesting.
Just stick up a list on Bastion's helmet at that point.
That can work.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. Bastion can have some ranged damage support.
It's a plan.
Alternatively, the kobold could ride the Hellcat.
Ooh.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't fancy trying to get a saddle onto Chili.
Yeah, yeah, probably not. A walking bastion to fire from. Oh, that's funny. That'd be weird, crazy to see.
Mhm.
Okay, we're going to the standing stones.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Put
So
the
yes,
lizard away.
you make your way to the standing zones. Um, you've traveled a bit through the town now. It's kind of built in the same manner as any of the ring forts that you're familiar with, but it just happens to be that the like natural ground serves as the wall, and then there's natural forest on the hills around it, very well hidden. Many of the buildings are kind of almost built into the ground a little bit. They've dug out some of the hills and built the ground in, or built the buildings into the ground.
As they're just walking, and just this place is more and less alive at the same time. Everyone's getting ready. Anticipation of battle, it kindles the soul. Gotta love it.
Um, it is not a large place. You know that there's more houses kind of scattered out in the woods. Everyone kind of does their own thing a little bit, and this is like the central gathering spot. The chief was not wrong. As you approach, you do see the Cirrus kind of sitting cross-legged on the stump in the middle of the stones.
It's good to know if it's like is she like completely like out, or is it a just kind of sitting there?
She looks to be meditating. There's no notion of her not like being in her body, if that's what you're asking.
Just no, she's just napping and saying it's meditation now. Who knows?
Uh,
Um, in that case, like Killian will just like walk up to the standing stones and hope he catches her attention. Just walk and just footsteps.
you see her eyes are closed, but without opening them, as you kind of uh, move past the standing stones, she kind of says out, "What brings you, young prince?"
And he's just like, boy, they can tell from the footsteps, not even the face. Believe it or not, we're here asking for some wisdom. Maybe some information.
Perhaps I can provide it.
If it's
What
a good
knowledge
time.
do you seek? She still remains sitting there cross-legged, and she has not opened her eyes or made any notion to change what she's doing. But she is speaking with you.
He kind of like leans up against one of the standing stones and just, what do you know of this place and the gate to the Fae? Can it be opened?
It is a gate. Of course, it can be opened.
Can it be opened by people here, mortal men?
No, I imagine not. It would take one of Fey blood to do such a thing.
Fablet how?
Fey blood in your veins. What do you mean, how?
Like an actual Fae or like someone descended?
That
As he like
ancestry counts.
an arm goes back and like grabs it, Nemia, and just pulls her up.
I'll smile politely because I don't know the customs. She seems
There's a
important.
lean over to the ear. It's like, just don't piss her off.
So, if a gate can be opened with Fey blood, do you think I could open it? And by this, I'm trying to trust her sensing anything.
At this, she opens her eyes. Perhaps you can, with some training.
Training.
Mm-hmm.
And is this short-term training? Because I don't think my commitment is my available time is is short at the moment.
Find our schedule kind of getting filled out.
Yeah.
Well, if time is short, a journey to the Feywilds may or may not be in your best interest. Time is fickle there. You may find yourself gone for minutes, for days, for years, even.
Hmm.
It is not known.
That last one's very not preferable.
It's just years.
There's like glance over. Yeah, and
Not much changes in years sometimes.
sometimes have you missed the last week?
Mm. Kind
But
of
what
a
has-
face.
The Cirrus speaks out at this. Change for man is much different than change for the world. The petty squabbles of men tend to not leave an elastic impact on the world.
There's a grin that goes on Killian's face. They're like, sounds like a challenge. Let's reel back to the intention then.
Hmm.
If these
Yes.
petty squabbles of men are taking priority, how can we get the attention of the Fae on this side?
You wish them to fight for you.
I wish to ask them if they want to fight. I wish to tell them that we're fighting, and we'll back them up if they want to defend their home.
This isn't their home.
They're living
The
here.
Fae may be here, but their home is the Feywilds.
And he like shakes it. Nah, if they're staying in the Old Kingdom, they're defending the Old Kingdom. Like it's their home, one way or the other. If they want chicken out on that, then I mean, that's their honor in the garbage. But I don't know what the commodity of Fae go for that.
There is perhaps a chance. You could enter into the Feywild and beseech the blessing of the Archfey of the Archfey of this dominion.
Okay, define beseech.
It's not fight, if that's your question.
I mean, can it be? He looks back to the lady.
The Cirrus is like, you would not wish to fight an Archfey.
I'm not in the Feywells at all.
But if you are determined to go, I might be able to help speed things along. She stands up, and you see almost this like the skin kind of slowly fades away as her form changes. The ears grow longer, and the skin is like this weird, almost kind of this shimmery color. Like depending on which angle you're looking at her, she appears to be a different color.
Iridescent complexion.
Yeah, and you realize you are standing before a fae, some sort of fae creature.
Ah, sneaky.
And that's where we're going to have to leave the session now.
No. Sneaky, sneaky indeed.
So, you sure you don't want to fight now? Okay. Well, till next time.
Yep. Till next time.